Whispers of the Jungle. Once upon a time, in a deep inside beautiful green forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the river sang songs to the stones, lived a kind old man. He was called Sadhu Baba. Sadhu Baba was not an ordinary man. He wore simple clothes and carried a wooden stick, and he lived under a large banyan tree. All the animals in the jungle loved him because he helped everyone. Whether it was a hurt deer, a hungry rabbit, or a lost bird, Sadhu Baba never said no. Then he spoke little but listened a lot. That's why the jungle called him the listeners of leaf. Now, the same jungle there lived a crocodile named Kalan. He was very old, very big, and very sad. Why was he? Let's see. Because he was cursed. Yes, a curse. Many years ago, when Kalan was young and strong, he had been greedy and he used to eat just not fish, but scare the birds and grab small animals who came to drink water at the river. The jungle animals had warned him many times. Kalan, stop. This river belongs to all. Kalan, share. Don't be cruel. Kalan, please change your ways. But Kalan had laughed. Ha ha ha. I am the king of the water. No one can stop me. And then, one night, something happened. A glowing white owl perched on a branch. Her eyes shone like a moon, and her voice echoed like a thunder. You have broken the balance of jungle, Kalan, said the owl. From this moment, you shall live forever with a heart that can feel the pain but not feel the joy. And just like that, poof, she vanished. From that day on, Kalan changed not because he wanted to, but because he did. He stayed quiet in the river corners, never hurting anyone else again. But his heart was heavy. He could bear the laughter of the monkeys, the songs of the birds, and the words that always threw. One day, a little parrot flew to Sadhu Baba. Sadhu Baba, please help. The crocodile is crying all day. His tears are turning the river bitter. No one can drink that water. Sadhu Baba opened his eyes slowly. It's time, he whispered. He picked up his stick and tied a old orange shawl. He walked deep into the jungle towards the river where Kalan lived. Where he reached the Rambank River, he saw Kalan tear flowing on the skies and mixing with river. Sadhu Baba sat down and said, I have heard whispers of the jungle, he said. I know your pain, Kalan. I am just a listener, Sadhu Baba said softly. But I also believe that every heart deserves a second chance. Kalan shook a heavy head. Not mine. I was bad. I was greedy. I ruined everything. Sadhu Baba dipped his hands into the water. Water flows, time flows, life flows. Nothing stays same, Kalan. The jungle becomes silent. Even the wind seems to be paused. Then Sadhu Baba asked gently, did you wish to change? Yes, whispered Kalan. More than anything, Sadhu Baba smiled. Then listen carefully. He told the crocodile a secret story that resembles the tree. Many years ago, said Sadhu Baba, there was another cursed creature named Lion Veer. He had once ruled the jungle cruelly, just like you, river. But one day he helped a dying bird, fed a hungry rat, and gave shelter to the old turtle. Slowly he'll be loved. And but the curse, said the Kalan. Sadhu Baba nodded. The curse broke not by any magic, but by action, by serving others, by giving others. Kalan, eyes widened. Can I do that too? Yes, said Sadhu Baba. From that day, Kalan began his new journey. First, he cleaned the river bed. He used his powerful tail to remove sharp stones fallen from the branches. When the jungle faced a drought, Kalan dug a small pond using his straw jaws, storing and cleaning water for all. One day, a baby elephant named Kuju slipped near the water and he was drowning. He helped him too. The jungle was peaceful again, and the whispers of the trees were soft and happy. Always remember, kids, the heart that listens becomes a heart that shines. Soft jungle, music fades out. Would you like an interesting story again? So please subscribe to our channel and please press the bell icon. Thank you so much, guys. Once upon a time, in a colorful forest where butterfly danced and wind sang softly, there lived a clever parrot named Polly, a playful cat named Whiskers. They were best of friends. Though one had wings and one had paws, Polly lived in a high mango tree with bright green leaves. Every morning, she would greet the sun with a chirpy song. Whiskers lived below the cozy little hut, mud of twigs and fallen leaves. He loved to nap in the shade and chase after fluttering leaves. Despite their difference, they were always together, talking, laughing, sharing stories of forest. But this place for life was full about tested. One day, while Polly and Whiskers were playing near the forest pond, a loud growl echoed through the green trees. They both freeze. From behind the bushes stepped a slave fox named Fang. Fang was also known in the forest for cunning tricks and greedy eyes. Well, well, Fang said, licking his lips. A plumpy cat and a noisy parrot. What a lovely lunch would make. Polly fluttered to Whisker's side. Whiskers arched his back to his butt. Inside, he was very scared. Please let us go, Polly said gently. We have done nothing harm you. Fang smirked. That may be true, but I haven't a decent meal in days, Whiskers whispered to Polly. We must do something quickly. And Polly had an idea. Her eyes sparkled with a plan. She would looked at Fang and said, Mr. Fang, why would we understand you are hungry? But catching us is like not fun, isn't it? Fang blinked. What do you mean? Well, Polly continued. Why not? We play a game. If you win, we will not stop you. But if you win, we must promise to leave us for alone. Fang loved games and challenges. All right, he grinned. What kind of game? Polly smiled. Let's have a forest puzzle. You must answer our riddle. If you can't, you must thus leave. Deal? Fang thought and said, Fine, what's the riddle? Polly began. I have feather, but I am not a hat. I can fly, but I am not a bat. I can talk, but I am not a man. Guess who I am if you can. Frank scratched his head. A flying hat? No, wait, a talking cloud? No, I don't know. He growled in frustration. It's too hard. Polly fluttered his wing. The answer is parrot, me. Fang growled even louder. And but the Polly continued. Now it's your turn to ask again. Whiskers stepped forward in the riddle. I have 4 legs and a fluffy tail. The meow at night and chase my tail. I sleep all day and screech with pride. Guess who I am with the fur I hide. The fangs squinted. Is it fox? No, wait, that's me. A lion? No, a cat? Correct, said the Whiskers with little disappointment. But Polly quickly whispered something to him. Polly spoke again. The last one. If you lose, you have to go. Fine, said the Fang, feeling excited. This time Polly said, I live in a jungle, but I don't know grow. I move with wind, but I never blow. I make no sound, but I have a tail. I will help you to hide when others fail. What I am? A Fang looked confused. He sat down, his tail twitching. A rock? No, a bird? He saw and thought, and the sun started to set. Finally, Fang sighed. I give up. What is this? Polly grinned. It's a shadow. A shadow lives in the jungle, moves with light and wind, but never speaks. Fang stood up angrily, but remembered the deal. Fine, I lost. I will leave you alone, but next time, no riddles. And with that, the disappointment, Polly and Whiskers jumped with joy. You are amazing, Whiskers said. No, you were. Polly laughed. From that day, they became even closer friends, and the animals of the forest would gather around them to hear their stories and learn the riddles. The moral of the story is, kids, clever thinking and teamwork can solve even the biggest problem. Never use strength when you can use your brain. Long, long ago, in the deep heart of a green and colorful jungle, stood an ancient banyan tree. And it had quick roots, thick roots, hanging branches, and leaves that danced with every breeze. All the animals in the jungle knew that the banyan tree was special. Every evening, even the sun began to sleep, birds would fly, come to its branches, squirrel would curl up in its roots, and cool shadow would spread like soft blanket. But what many didn't know was that something magical happened beneath the banyan tree. The one moon was full, round like a silver plate. The animals of the jungle had a secret meeting beneath the banyan tree. No humans knew about it. Only the birds and the beasts and the squirrels and the flyers were invited. The story is about one such night. The moon had risen. It has made the forest glow like a fairyland. Beneath the banyan tree, animals far from the near had gathered. Leo the lion, Olive the owl, Elide the elephant, Pico the parrot, Rufus the raccoon. Soon, more animals joined rabbit, deer, frogs, monkeys, peacock, and even a shy tortoise named Tiku. Leo stood up and said in a deep voice, "Welcome, friends. Tonight, we have gathered to not just chat, but to solve a problem that teaches us all." The animals grew quiet. Even the noisy crickets stopped chirping. "What's the matter, Your Majesty?" asked the elite the elephant gently. Leo sighed. "It's time the forest water. The river near the West Hill is drying. Soon there may be not enough water for everyone. We must think of the way that help each other." There was a silence. The animal looked at each other. The river was where they drank, bathed and played and found the food. What would happen if it vanished? Pico flapped his wings and spoke. "Maybe we can ask the clouds to rain more?" The younger animal giggled. All of the all smiled and said, "Pico, that's sweet. But clouds follow nature. We must find another way." Tico, the tortoise, raised his foot. We can build a small pond. If the river dries, we still have water." "That's a clever idea." Rufus the raccoon clapped. "But where?" asked the shy deer. Leo turned at a point at his paw. "Right there, beneath the banyan tree. The land is soft and the shape will make it cool." The animals nodded. "But it's a lot of work." Emily smiled. "If we all help together, it won't be much," said Olive. "Yes, we must do everything and be a small or part big." The elephants would dig using their strong trunk. The monkeys would bring leaves to line the pond. The birds would flap their wings nearby water and droplets with their beaks. The raccoons would fetch small stones. Rabbits would hop around and warn others to be careful. Every little ant promised to be soft and from the riverbank. The jungle buzzed with excitement all the long nights, and the animals would work as a team. They didn't fight, they didn't rest, they didn't give up. By morning, a round little pond sat beneath the banyan tree. It wasn't too deep, but it was just right. The animals cheered. Leo roared with pride. "We did it, and we did it." Just then, something wonderful happened. Cool breeze passed through the trees. Leaves rustled happily. The sky turned grey, and soon, drop by drop, rain softly began to fall. Later that evening, all of the oil spoke again beneath the banyan tree. "This pond is not just then water. It is a symbol of unity and care." Leo nodded. "We all live in the same forest. We can help each other." We protected our home. From that day on, the animals just not once a month, but often they waited for the problems to come. They shared their ideas, played games, and told story. The moral of the story is, kids, when everyone works together, even the brightest and biggest problem can solve. And helping others makes a world a better place to live in. So kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
The title of the story is The Clever Rabbit's Great Escape. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a big, fierce lion named King Leo. He was the king of the jungle, and all the animals were scared of him. Every day, King Leo would hunt and eat whichever animal he wanted. This made the animals very happy and frightened. One day, all the animals decided to hold a meeting. They gathered under a big old tree to discuss how they could live peacefully without fearing the lion every day. The wise old tortoise suggested, "Why don't we talk to the King Leo and promise to send him one animal every day? This way, he won't have to hunt and we can live without fear." The animals agreed to his plan. The next day, they went to King Leo. The clever fox spoke on behalf of everyone. "Your Majesty, we would respect as your king. We are humble request. Instead of hunting us, we will send one animal to you every day as your meal. This way, you can rest, we can live peacefully." King Leo thought for a moment. He liked the idea for not having to hunt every day. "All right," he wrote, "but remember, if you fail in this to send an animal, I will hunt and kill as many as I want." The animals agreed and began spending one day animal daily to the lion. Days passed, all the animals lived peacefully, but deep down they were still sad as one animal from their group was sacrificed every day. One fine day, it was the turn of the clever rabbit. The rabbit was small but very smart. He didn't want to be lion's meal, so he came up with a plan to save himself for other animals. The rabbit walked slowly to lion's den, arriving very late. King Leo was furious. "Why are you so late?" he roared. The rabbit bowed and said politely, "Oh, mighty king, I am very sorry for being late, but there is a reason." "What reason?" he growled. The rabbit replied, "As I was coming here, another lion stopped me. He said he is the real king of the jungle and that you are not strong enough to rule the forest. I tried to explain that you are the true king, but he wouldn't listen. He even wanted to eat me." King Leo's eyes burned with anger. "Another lion in my jungle? How dare he? Show me where he is. I will teach him a lesson." The clever rabbit nodded and said, "Follow me, Majesty. I will take you to him." The rabbit led King Leo to the deep well in the forest. As they reached the well, the rabbit pointed inside and said, "Your Majesty, the another lion is hiding in there." King Leo looked at the well and saw his own reflection in the water. He thought the another lion was staring him back. Enraged, he roared loudly. His roar echoed back from the well, making him think that another lion was roaring back. Furious King Leo jumped in the well and fight the Majesty lion, but the well was deep and King Leo couldn't climb out. He struggled and roared, but soon he drowned. The clever rabbit smiled and ran back to the other animals. He told them what had happened and they cheered and celebrated. The lion was gone and the forest was free from fear. From that day onwards, the animal lived happily and peacefully, always remembering how the clever rabbit saved them with quick thinking. The moral of the story is, kids, wisdom and cleverness are more powerful than strength. Even the smallest and the weakest can overcome the biggest challenges with smart thinking. So kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.